Welcome to Kinda Influenced.
We're two millennial moms.
Navigate life and career on the internet.
We're your hosts, Zoe Potter
And Sarah Dickey.
Grab a drink,
grab a snack, and let's chat. I forgot how to record because it's been so long since I've seen your face.
It's been a minute. Hi.
I miss you.
I miss you.
This is the longest we haven't talked in. We talked a little bit, but probably in a year and a half.
Probably. Probably.
Are we codependent?
I think we're a little needy.
I literally was I want to message Zoe, but then it was 2:00 in the morning your time.
I know the time change on top of you being busy on a vacation. Right?
We weren't busy.
You weren't?
I mean,
didn't you do a lot of day trips and stuff like that?
We did stuff, but not really. I don't know. It was weird.
Okay.
It was okay. So I just got back from Wales. We went to Aberwystwyth, which is the best little town ever in Wales. That's probably pretty impartial opinion, but that's how I feel. It's where my mom grew up, and I think I confused some people. I did not grow up there. I grew up in Canada.
No.
But so it was just family time. So we didn't actually leave Wales ever. We didn't leave Aberystwyth. We just did hangouts. I hung out with my brother a lot. I hung out with my dad a lot. My cousins, who are the best. I forgot how great my family is over there.
That's always so nice to have nice family that you get along with, and you know what I mean?
You're oh, hey, I actually like you. Yeah, It was great. And my cousin has the most beautiful house in the entire world, and we stayed in her basement, which she rents out as an Airbnb, and it's literally beside a castle.
Oh my gosh.
And her house was built in 1970 or 1790.
That's wild.
Isn't that older than Canada?
What? Okay, say that again.
1790? I think maybe. It is.
Yeah.
Should we know that?
Probably. It is. It's older than Canada. I'm going to confidently say that.
I think that Canada is 150 years old.
That
settled Canada as we know it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that busy, but was very busy at the same time. One of those. Mm-hmm. What did you do? What are you up to? Tell me all about you.
I'd rather not, because I don't have much going on. No, I don't have a lot going on right now. It's okay. It's good. I'm just we're doing a lot of at-home stuff right now because the weather's nice. So we've been doing a lot of outdoor stuff, gardening, planning our summer projects, if that's something we can do / afford to do.
Oh God. Everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
What are your summer project dreams? We also have some
dreams. If money wasn't an option, we would
this.
And it's not even crazy stuff. It's just stuff we need to do. That
it's not just tear down my house and rebuild a new
one. No. But if we had a solid $40,000 laying around that we could just use.
You don't?
No, not right now. Maybe in the future. We need to pave our driveway. Our house was built in 2016, so it's not that old of a house. But the driveway was never paved, but it's very long. And
what is it then? Just gravel?
It's gravel.
It must be a pain in the ass to shovel.
Yeah. Everything about it is crappy. It's not a necessity, but at the same time, it's kind of a necessity.
Yeah.
We have a gravel driveway and we have pine trees. We don't. Our neighbor has pine trees that go on our property line, and it's just a sticky, sappy, gravelly, dirty, weedy mess. And we're at the point now where Andrew just had to fill a couple of potholes at the end of the driveway. We're literally at the point where we need to either pave it or we need to put another layer of gravel down. And I would rather not spend the money on a gravel Band-Aid if we could just pave it and get it over with, right?
Yeah. So, and you can't pave things yourself, can you?
No. I mean, you can, but
if you're a paver.
Well, I mean, I think that I don't know. It's where we're just going to get a truck ton of asphalt. It's a big driveway. It's not we're paving a walkway or something like that. It's a big driveway. So Plus on top of that, then it'll be easier for maintenance and cleaning and shoveling and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But then also like our kids can bike and scooter in the driveway and they can do
Mhm.
chalk and like just little things like even just washing our cars. Like we can't even wash our cars in our driveway because you spray it down and then it hits the gravel and dirt and then it just gets dirty again. Like it's like a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So just things like that. So yeah, pave the driveway would be great. I think that's top of our priority list. And then we want to extend the deck in our backyard because our
Yeah.
deck is just like it's enough for a table. Like that's it. It's not big. So we want to extend the deck. Just like little things like that. Like lumber's so expensive. So like
It's
we would do the
insane.
deck ourselves, but just getting the lumber would be
It's so
thousands
expensive.
of dollars.
That's like our hard part. So we need to badly redo the outside of our house. Our house needs a
Mhm.
new roof. I think that we can
Yeah.
wait one more year for that one.
Yeah.
Um, we need to redo the outside of our house. Like our house is so dated. It was built in like 1970. So it's
Okay.
an old, like cute little bungalow, but it's
Hmm.
like the paint is like peeling on it and it just like it looks like we don't give a shit. Um,
But
coupled
it's
with
just it's
it's
expensive to
expensive.
do.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's insane. But so before we redo the outside of the house, we had this like a massive bay window in our living room, which is great, but it's really old glass. And it's gonna cost us like $6,000 to replace the
Isn't that
glass.
so
Insane.
ridiculous?
And
Oh
it
my
leads
God.
out so much heat. So what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna pull the window out and we're
Yeah.
gonna put in two French doors and then build a
Ooh.
deck that comes off of our front
Ah,
room
that's
to like make it feel
lovely.
better and bigger. But again, like
So much money.
I don't have a cool 10 grand just laying around. And Bryce can do it all
Right?
himself, which is nice, but like things
It's the materials, like
so
buying the
expensive.
things to it's stressful. Like there's like so much on our list that we would love to do and just get done and like it just adds up so quickly. And
Yes.
our lease is coming due on Andrew's car in the summer. So
Yeah.
we need to kind of like make a plan on what we're going to do. I don't
Yeah.
think we're going to turn it in, but like we have to buy it out then. And I don't want to finance it because rates are ridiculous.
Awful.
So like there goes the money that we would use to like pave our driveway and stuff to like just buy out our car. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, adulting sucks,
Do
guys.
you do you remember when you were like 10 and you were like, "Ah, I can't afford a lollipop."
Oh
Like,
gosh.
it's insane.
It's that and like I feel like just groceries hold you back and like random cost of living expenses. Like I have to take Reese to the vet, which is fine. It comes with it. But like just the vet visit, her medications for the year, like on top of groceries, the kids have like an eye doctor appointment in a little bit. Like granted, we have insurance and we're very grateful for that, but like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff adds up.
It's
Like
crazy.
it's
It,
crazy.
it's it's no joke these days.
Mm-mm.
I saw something the other day. We were actually talking about this while we were gone, while we were on vacation, because my family lives in Ontario. My brother and his wife live in Ontario, and then we're obviously in
Mm-hmm.
Alberta. And they're like, we feel it so bad here. They're in Ottawa, and they're
Yeah.
like, we're never gonna be able to afford to buy a house. Like, it's just like not an option. And they're
That just
both like
breaks my heart.
postdoctorates, like good jobs. She works for the federal government. Like my brother works for Ducks Unlimited.
Yeah.
And like good jobs. Can't
Yeah.
buy anything.
No.
But they were saying that like even like last year comparatively to this year, like to if you're making $100,000 this year, you'd have to make like or last year you'd have to make like $130,000 this year to have like the same type of living.
How
And
does that add up?
no one's giving you a 30% wage increase. That's not how this
No.
works.
No. Like the amount of people that I know who are working full-time jobs, making good money that want like are getting into like side hustles and things like that just to save for like a down payment for a car or a
Totally.
house or like it's just ridiculous. Like
No.
we're just swimming against the current and it's something's got to give.
I didn't think I'd be 36 living like I mean, we don't live paycheck to paycheck, but we essentially live paycheck to paycheck. We're not putting a
Yeah.
ton away.
No, it's not
Um,
like I have like crazy investments and stuff like that. And like I was talking to Andrew about this because we have our taxes coming up and stuff like that. And we were talking about like how I have in investments and like stuff like that. And like I know nothing about investing. Like I learned nothing about investing.
no, they
It
don't
gives me
teach you that.
anxiety. They teach you nothing. So I've just had my money in like a tax-free savings account or things like that. So back when I was pregnant with Theo, I decided to open up investments. And these investments, I was like, I want the safest thing
Mhm.
possible because I can't lose my money. Like
Yeah.
it's not like I have tons of money to spare. So I need something. So I have like a very low risk investments and I've been like putting money away. And Andrew's like, well, maybe we should, because he has an RRSP and he's like,
Yeah,
maybe we should look into getting you an RRSP because that way you're locked in. You're
it's
not gonna
safe.
like get taxed and stuff when it comes out. But like the idea of having two different places where my money is like, it's so silly, but like I'm like, what if I need that money? What if that
Yeah.
like it's not like it's just like I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can dish away that much money, which is so stupid, but
It's
like,
not though. Cause like who can afford I don't I saw this friggin' TikTok yesterday and it was like something about like people not being able to like save or whatever. Or like they're
mhm.
like, tell me about your like financial situation. In the comments, there's like trust fund kids, which totally fine. If you're a trust fund kid, I am so jealous of you.
Oh,
Like
good
I'm a
job, guys.
I'm a green-eyed monster.
No, like that's amazing. Like anybody who has all this like wealth and stuff like that, or
I'll
like,
be a Nepo baby.
oh, 100%, like good for you. Keep passing it on, hopefully, and like, you know,
But it made me so sad. And I was like,
yeah.
damn it. Like, I'm never, my parents did well. And like,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like I'm very grateful for my upbringing.
mhm,
There's a couple of things that like we didn't get it the opportunity to like I had to pay for my own school. That's
yeah,
a lot of this scenario. I still have student loans. I don't have a ton of
damn.
student loans, but I have probably like a solid 4 grand left on my student loans that I just haven't paid off because I just don't have 4 grand to just throw on it. I
Yeah.
probably should just pay it off actually. Um, but yeah, so it's just like little things like that that add up. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
like, yeah, like, and I've been on my own. Andrew and I have been on our own since we were 20,
Yeah.
20. So that's rent and things like that. That's just been like we
It's
haven't had the opportunity to save a ton of money.
no,
So,
yeah. I moved out when I was 18. I put
mhm,
myself through university with a
yeah,
full-time job, worked full-time, took, 5 classes in the span of 2 days. Like it was just, I did it the hard way, but I'm
yeah,
also glad that I did
yeah. Oh,
because
for
I
sure.
learned a lot. I guess I like learned the value of a dollar sort of, but not really.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I also
Yeah.
learned that credit cards are really easy to get.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is I never learned about credit cards. Like I didn't have a
No.
credit card until I was on my own and I needed it. I think
Yeah.
that's the thing too, is like I feel like with our generation and our children and stuff like that, I want to start teaching them about things like credit cards, credit, interest, things like that when they don't necessarily need
Need it.
it.
Yeah.
So then when they are adults and they're in their early 20s, they're not like given this
Looking.
taste of like weird, like not
Yeah.
real freedom that is like you have to pay that back. Like that's
Oh my God.
not
I got my first credit card and I booked a trip to San Francisco for me and my like first boyfriend to
my
go away for a
gosh.
week and like as a surprise for no reason. I didn't have the
Yeah.
money for that. What was I doing?
No. It's yeah, like I think that like we just anyways,
Hi, welcome to financial literacy with Zoe and Sarah.
that has literally been my entire For You page has been all finances, investings. Like the Dave Ramsey style. I hate him, by the way. Like, sorry, I don't hate a lot of people. I
I
think
don't I don't know
I
what Dave Ramsey
literally,
is.
oh, he's like that guy who's like all about investments and like make your money last, get out of debt quick, things like not get out of debt quick, but get out of debt. Don't be.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's the boomer that says the reason you can't buy a house is because you're buying Starbucks every day. So
Oh,
yeah. So he's one of the anyways. So that style videos, not Dave Ramsey though, because I feel like I have him blocked or something. Like I feel like he's so out of touch. So out of touch. Anyways, a lot of those style videos have been on my For You page. So that's what's got me thinking a lot about like my finances and like making sure that I'm setting aside the proper money and like I'm trying to get better at not spending like frivolously.
yeah.
I mean, I still want to live and I want to experience. And it's hard in this industry too, because I feel like
Feast or famine.
you're constantly pressured to have the latest and greatest. And this might be a hot take, but like, I don't want to be the person buying all the latest releases just to do videos and then return it.
I 100% agree with you. I think that while I love watching like
Yes,
fashion hauls, I
I
don't want to
do.
do it. I also like I don't also just have like $2,000 to spend at Free People to be freed up or like tied up in like an exchange return situation.
And I also don't understand how that works. Like, you know what I really think they should do? If you are a creator and you're like a creator who like this is what you want to be doing, like someone who is like putting their effort into their videos and things like that. They I feel like fashion stores and stuff should have programs where they lend their
A lot.
latest. Do they have that? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Where? Like, how does that exist? Is it for skinny people?
Probably. Just like my years in retail. So like when I worked for Urban Outfitters, and it
Yeah.
was more like you would go to a store, you would
Oh,
leave like a
yeah.
credit card authorization. So they would
Okay.
like you gotta like take something just in case it doesn't get returned. So they would do like a
Yes, of
pre-auth of your
course.
credit
Yeah.
card. You'd borrow the clothes. It's like a stylist return or a stylist call. We do it at Bailey Nelson for glasses too. Um,
That's so cool.
take it, use them, shoot in them, whatever, and then return them.
Yeah. Yeah, because I constantly have, you know, people in my community asking me like, you know, this latest launch,
Yeah,
like I'd love your take on like trying Abercrombie and this and that. And like while I love you all and would love to kind of give you a like an honest try on and like show you how it looks on my body, I don't have hundreds and thousands of dollars to be spending on fashion each month. I would love for that to be the case. And I don't know how it works for returning it
and
because
a
I
lot
don't
of
want
places will just destroy returns.
and that's what I don't want happening. That's not
Old
good for the
Navy does.
environment. Oh God. See, and like I just ordered stuff from Old Navy. I'll do a try on haul, but it's things I needed. So I
Yeah,
didn't go crazy. I got a couple pairs of shorts and a dress. And I know that like if they didn't fit me or if something didn't work out, it's three things. And it's things I
totally.
needed. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not like I can't sleep at night because it's just such a weird line. And it's I feel like something's got to give because like yeah, I don't know.
I also like, I mean, I have a hot take about this. I think that, look, I love what we do. I think it's really cool. I love sharing the things that I love. But I do think that influencer culture has led to so much like mass consumer,
Overconsumption. Yeah.
like, and just like you need the next best thing. And I don't want to be that influencer. I
Hmm.
don't want to be the person that's like, look at these. I also don't make people feel bad about not being able to buy things. That's the
Oh
other thing
yeah.
too. Like, I feel guilty that I'm like, I often feel guilty that I'm like, oh, I can't buy all this like I don't know, Free People's always my example, but I think they pay really
They
good
have a
commission
lot of
on
cute
they
stuff.
do, and they pay good
Yeah.
commission on like to know it, which is why you see so many
Oh,
people doing Free People tryouts,
I
and it's a high
see.
price point, so you're making good money on that.
Mm,
But I just like I don't want to be that influencer.
no,
And
no.
I've cleaned out my closet so many times, being like, I need to stop buying all of these things to appease like the masses. Like I'm gonna wear my
Yes.
6-year-old stuff, and it's okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I've become comfortable with. Like I'm gonna obviously share things that I get that are new and like things
Mhm.
that are like I enjoy that are like new launches. But I feel like there's a difference in buying one or two pieces from a new launch and buying the whole collection or like making it seem like you need all these amazing things when really you
You don't.
don't. Like and that's why we do our outfit challenge each week is because you know you don't realize how many outfits can be put together that are trendy and new and stylish and like on the up and coming that with things you already have.
Yeah.
Like like that's kind of, you know, one of the
Do
great
you
things.
also find like the things that people ask you the most about are always the things that you've had forever?
Always.
Like
Always.
the things that like have lived in my closet for 5 years are the things that are like, people tell me where you
Yeah.
got this.
Yep.
Like that stupid, I don't know if you my fanny pack that's like studded
Oh yeah. They
every time.
love it.
Oh my,
Yeah.
people are obsessed with it. I've had it for
I know.
7 years.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things too that I feel like we've gotten more into like a like toss away fashion.
Yeah.
So I feel like trends have become a lot more weird and toss away and like they're gonna like have you seen those pants? The pants.
Oh my God. What are they even called?
I don't know, but they're so ugly.
They're
They're
so ugly
so ugly. And the amount of people that I've seen buying them because they're like, I just want to try. I'm like, you're making this into a trend, but it's gonna be over so
in a
quick.
minute.
So quick. And like that's what I've kind of so I feel like when you start investing in timeless-ish
Yeah.
pieces, it's a
And
little bit.
it's bad. Well, and like I would rather spend, and this is like a new thing for me because I used to love fast fashion. Like I was your fast fashion girly.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I would love, like I got because you get so much like endorphins, obviously from like purchasing things, and it's like a high,
Mhm.
right? But I officially would rather spend, $70 on a great white t-shirt than buy 15 white t-shirts in the span of that life. I don't wanna,
I
yeah,
get that. Yeah. But I think for me though, like, cause I've kind of been teetering on that precipice. I don't know. But like what I've been like kind of it thinking similar to
yeah,
how you think. However, for me, I have a really hard time with spending 70, 80, 90, 100 plus dollars on an item
yeah.
just for me to ruin it. And that has happened too
I've
many times
I've
to
seen so
count.
many so many stories about it.
You've witnessed it firsthand, and I'm not one to shy away from sharing it. Like my free label sweater that I stained, my brunette the label sweater that I spent so much freaking money on, like an obscene amount of money on that sweater. That was the Birds of Papaya collection.
Oh yeah.
It was not an obscene, but like 120, $30
That's
for a
a lot for a
sweatshirt.
sweater.
That's a
Yeah.
lot for a sweatshirt. Like I get it. Like, and I get they're well made, they're this, that. But like I ruin things. I
Yeah.
ruin things. So I feel like, and I cry about it because like I don't have the $200 to replace it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's like I struggle with that kind of stuff. The people that are out there that are buying like shirts and dresses that are like $1,000.
Oh, that
I could
is
never.
insanity. Well, and
I
that's
could
like doing something for a label doesn't make sense to me. Doing something for like a good fit, good quality, like that makes sense to me.
I just I would
But no, I
cry.
hear you.
I wouldn't be able to walk out my front door. And
This
I
is
don't
why
want
I
to do that. I don't want my clothes and my things to hold me back from
no.
living my life. And my life is a little clumsy and messy. So that's just what
This
I've
is
learned.
why I only wear black.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Except I don't wear a lot of black anymore, as I'm wearing black right now.
As you're wearing black, I
I
feel like
think
you're
I wear black every single time we record, but like I don't normally wear it in real life now
I get it.
because this
It's
isn't real
just
life.
it's not real life.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so you were talking about your For You page before so financial literacy is what's all over yours.
Yeah, and I honestly that's kind of where it's been sitting, but I have been avoiding TikTok lately
Yeah.
and like not avoiding, but like I'm not. Can you get down?
Is that
Reese
Reese?
is standing on the edge of my bathtub. Get down. She's gonna fall. Get down, please. Get down. Stop staring at me into my soul. Get
I'm
down. Down.
I'm leaving this in.
No, that's fine. You can leave it in. She's literally, that's the downside of having this like ledge bathroom overlooking. She's down.
I have questions about your bathroom after you finish whatever you're talking about.
Oh, what was I talking about?
You're
Oh,
avoiding
avoiding.
TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like my mental health has been like lately, and I feel like I've finally gotten into like a place where I'm okay. And the negativity I've been seeing on Instagram, on TikTok, just against people living, existing, creating, people are
People are all about the demise of influencer culture right now.
they're mad for people just, and I don't think I see a lot of these people doing anything that warrants the level of hate.
No.
And it just makes me anxious. And I'm like walking on eggshells. And I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Is there something
No.
that I'm doing that I should be careful about? Because like, I don't know. Like, I feel like people forget that like we're like, there's humans on the other side of the
Yeah,
screen, like, and
totally.
not just like dance monkey people. Like,
I also think that it's like really important to remember that like not all content is content for you.
oh yeah, well
Not everything's made
I
for you.
have never been the type of person that has scrolled onto content that I like I'm like, "Oh, I hate this content so much." And then proceed to start a subreddit on it and then like find these people's jobs and like start like that's
Who
wild
has
to me.
who has time for this?
I a lot of people surprisingly. So
So
I'm
weird
just
to me.
like I I haven't been scrolling as much as
Good.
yeah, because it's so bad and negative and dark. And
Totally.
like, I totally get that we live in a real world where we need to acknowledge the negativity and stuff sometimes. And like, not everything's rainbows and sunshines. But for my mental health, I need it to be a little more like, yeah.
I
So
live in a world of cupcakes, rainbows, and sunshine. Like I just don't I can't let the dark and scary in right now.
Yeah, I truly can't. Like if I could, I would. I'm not a very strong person in that regard. I wish I was. I'm not. So maybe one day I'll get better at it, but right now I'm not. So I'm acknowledging that and I'm choosing not to, and I'm reading a lot more.
Good.
And
Have you read this like ACOTAR?
no, but that's on my list. Because it's all over TikTok and stuff. My
Everyone's
book
obsessed
talk
with it.
girlies. My
Everyone is
book
obsessed
talk
with it.
girlies. Yeah. So I just finished It Ends With Us, which was all over
Sure.
TikTok too.
Okay.
And I'm on to the sequel now. It starts with us. It ends with us. It starts with us. It begins with us. Anyways, so I banged through a book in like a week, which is great for
You.
me. I've been spending more time outside. I've been getting in my gardens. I've been like taking the kids to the park a lot, going on walks, and just like putting my phone away. And
Maybe
it's
we need to change this portion of the podcast from what's on your For You page to what are you doing for your mental health?
oh, that's good. I mean, we
Like,
could do a
right?
bit of both. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like it's like if I could just have everyone who listens to this podcast be okay or like a little bit happier by the end of it, or like just like feel like their cup is a little fuller.
That's
Like
all.
that
Yeah.
would be, yeah. Yeah.
1% better. That's all I want.
Yes. Anyways,
Um,
what's going on for you?
okay, so I bought a Ninja Creamy.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
Like, I know this isn't exciting for you, Mrs. I Hate Ice Cream, but
Oh, yeah, I guess.
it's the best thing I've ever bought in my entire life. So my For You page is that's aggressive. My For You page is literally just Ninja Creamy recipes right now, which is kind of nice, because that's all I want to see. It like when I tell you, well, I also think it's really good for my marriage because Bryce and I now, I know, Bryce and I put Sully to bed, or I put Sully to bed with Bryce, whatever.
Do you make a
Um,
little
we make a pint of
something?
protein ice cream every night, and
Stop,
then we
that's
like, right?
cute.
And we sit in bed and we eat our ice cream and have like a little chit chat. Whereas like often, because I'm so tired by the end of the day, and if he
Yeah.
just finished work, he wants to like go decompress for a bit. So
Yep.
sometimes we're like two shifts passing in the night. So it's just like been really nice. It's like what I look forward to every single day now is like our little our
Aw.
protein party.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not an ice cream person, so I like, and they're a pretty penny. Like they're
Oh, they're
expensive, aren't
250
they?
bucks. However,
Yeah.
I eat ice cream every single day, and I buy like every single day. And I buy
Yeah.
local ice cream. So every this like place called Kind, which is my favorite ice cream shop. So
Okay.
every week I spend probably 30 to $40 on ice cream.
Oh, so then, I mean, is it good though? Like, is it as good as ice cream you would buy from a store? Probably not.
Oh, but it
Okay.
like is satiating and I really enjoy it. And like I think I
Okay,
maybe
that's
just am
good.
not great at making it yet either, but like it's delicious. Like it's yummy.
Okay, cool. No, I like that. I like that
Mm.
for you. And like, yeah, if I was an ice cream person, maybe it would make more sense, but like, it's not
If
for me.
if I could just make you like a chip machine.
Yeah, I would be into that.
So that's my For You page. That's what's going on there. It's like kind of
Cool.
tame, but I also, like you, am trying to just like not scroll as much.
Yeah, it really takes a lot out of you mentally, and I
Mhm.
feel like garbage after.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm after scrolling, and if I read all this negativity and stuff, that I'm more, I don't know, I feel like I'm more like irritable and like angry towards people who have done nothing towards me. Like it
Hmm.
just really makes you a not a good person
Yeah.
when you consume all that. I can't imagine producing it, but consuming
No,
it, like, yeah,
it's a
makes
lot.
me so not good. So I'm just trying to get better at that. And I'm using my instead of scrolling freely, I'm using I follow the people who I follow. So I will actually actively seek out content now instead of scrolling it.
Oh, I like that.
That's been really helpful. So when I do want to consume, or if I want to look at outfit ideas, or like I go to the pages that I follow and will actually like just consume that content instead of the negative
Just all of
content.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been very helpful.
Why is the world so negative?
I don't know. That's yeah,
$1 million
yeah,
question.
literally. Um, yeah, but yeah, so that's kind of what I've been up to. Oh my gosh, speaking of random TikTok recipes. So have you seen the Dolly Parton cup of cake
Sorry.
on TikTok? The Dolly Parton's cup of cake.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
So it's this thing. She's like, you do it. I'm going to do my best Dolly Parton impersonation because it's literally a voiceover. This is what it is. So you do a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, a can of your fruit cocktail with the juices, and then put it in the oven and bake it at 350 till it's all brown and bubbly. So that's her cup of cake. Okay. So a cup of
Why is it
flour,
a cup
cup
of
of sugar,
cake?
a cup, because it's a cup. So a
Oh,
cuppa, like a
okay.
cuppa. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's a cup of flour, cup of sugar, and then fruit cocktail. Okay. So I was cooking last night. I made a really yummy dinner. I made like bacon wrapped steak and like mashed potatoes with gravy and corn on the cob. It was like a Southern style meal. So I was like, I'm gonna make Dolly Parton's cup of cake for dessert. I had it in my head. I'm like, I got this. I never bake. Like I know how to bake, but I don't do it very often. So I'm like, I'm gonna make this. It's gonna be great. And then you're supposed to like eat it when it's warm out of the oven and then put a scoop of ice cream on it. It's like a whole
Yeah.
thing. So I do this and I get my fruit cocktail, I get my cup of flour, I get my cup of sugar, and put it in, take it out. First of all,
That's
I put it in there for almost 40 minutes in the oven and it was not brown. Like I was
no.
waiting for it to be brown. It did not turn brown and bubbly and nice. It just looked like raw, but it was hard, but it was looked raw. So I was like, something's wrong. So then I scoop it out and I'm like, it smells okay. So I give it to everyone. I put a little scoop of ice cream on it and I serve everyone else before myself. So I'm watching them eat it. Andrew's just kind of like doing this, and Theo's kind of, if Theo's not inhaling a dessert, it's bad. Like that's my guideline. And he's like, maybe I'll have something else another time. And you know when a 3-year-old doesn't eat it and it has ice cream on top? And so I look at Andrew and I'm like, is it really bad? And he's like, I don't want to be rude, but like it tastes like something familiar, but I can't place what that is. Like I can't put my finger on it, like as he's eating it. And I go to take a bite, and as I bite into it, he's like, oh, it tastes like warm cooked noodles. Just and I bite it. It's exactly it. It's like if I put ice cream on a bowl of raw cooked
Why?
spaghetti.
Why?
So I think it was really bad. So I think the problem, it was very floury and like,
Yeah.
so I think the issue is the fruit cocktail that I used was in water. And I think you're supposed to use the
And
one
like
that's in
syrup?
syrup. And I think that sweetens it up a little bit and makes it more like, it just cooks it better. Anyways, it was bad. I threw it out. So
I
I
just
tried.
like it doesn't seem like a recipe.
It feels like it's missing things, but it's all
Like
over
egg.
TikTok. I know, right? But it's all over TikTok and people are eating and they love it. And I messed it up
Uh,
badly. So if
It,
you're gonna try it, heavy on the fruit cocktail and make sure it's in syrup, not
I
water.
do you follow that TikTok or have you seen that TikTok account? I think it's like called Josh's mom cooks or something.
Like her recipe, because
That's
she's
what
like
it
heavy
reminds
on
me
the
of.
mayonnaise.
Yes. Oh, I hate mayonnaise. No, that's aggressive. I don't love mayonnaise.
I'm indifferent. Like it's not like I'm like eating it out of the jar.
So in the UK, people eat or like in Wales, I'm sure it's all over the UK, people eat mayonnaise on absolutely fucking everything. Like people just bring you a thing of
Okay,
mayonnaise.
I wonder. So, one of my like mutuals is a creator, and she's in Canada, but she's from the UK originally.
Yeah.
And
Is she
she,
that cute one from Toronto?
yeah,
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 yeah.
she's really sweet. She's
Yeah.
so, I think it's Chrissy, right? Christy,
Sure.
I feel so bad. I've met her so many times. She's the sweetest soul.
She seems very
Um,
sweet. Yeah.
she is very sweet and so funny. She's all about sauces, and she did a ranking on TikTok of her favorite sauces because she's like, she always says like her favorite food group is sauce. Like
Yeah. I get
I'm
that.
like, I appreciate that. And she put mayo as number one, and she's from the UK, so that adds up.
I just like it's flavorless white egg goo.
I like mayo as like ingredients to things. Like I will make like a chipotle style sauce with mayonnaise, or I will like spicy mayonnaise. If I'm having sushi, I'll take some mayonnaise, ketchup,
Yeah, yeah.
sriracha, like I'll make it into things, but on its own, it's just kind of
Like
like
just
meh.
dip in a fry. And I also, okay, this is
Yeah.
I don't like thick fries.
No, me neither.
And
Like
they have
chonky fries?
yeah, like a steak
Mm.
fry, and that's like all
No,
there is in the UK.
no.
or in
Oh,
Wales. I feel okay in
like wedges
Aberystwyth.
almost.
Yeah, like get out of here. I don't want to eat an
No, I
entire
don't.
potato. So you're
No,
dipping an entire fucking potato
in your
in
mayonnaise.
mayo, and Bryce loved it. Like that's like Bryce's
Oh, he's
that's his
living his best
dream in
life.
life. Oh, he had the best time. The
Oh, I
best
love
time
that.
eating.
Mhm.
Um so we just got back, obviously. And I decided
Mhm.
that I'm gonna start running again. We're on
Okay.
we're on running training. So I had this like realization over the last couple days is that postpartum, I mean, I'm still postpartum, but like fresh after Sully came out, I was so uh, hard on myself
Yeah.
because I thought that because I worked out to the day that I gave birth or like the day before that I would bounce back like there was no tomorrow and not bounce back in the sense of bounce back like my body, whatever, but
Yeah.
bounce back in the sense of like I would be able to like go to the gym and do like double unders again and run no problem and do all of these things that I had no problem doing
Hmm.
pregnant. That checks out, not the case. So I don't remember if you, I don't know if you remember, I did a race last October
Hmm.
and it was like kind of my postpartum goal. That race fucking destroyed me. And I don't think I've ever
Oh,
said this out loud. Like, I don't think I've ever really,
okay.
well, I talked about it on my stories yesterday, but I don't think I ever really like talked about like how I felt after it.
Yeah.
So like when I crossed the finish line, I was literally crying. One, because I was in pain and I was like, I think that my uterus might have just fallen out.
Hmm.
And two, because I thought that I was gonna have no problem. Like it would be no, I'd finish my leg of the race in like 35 minutes, 40 minutes. It was like 6K. No problem. It took me like just about an hour. And so
Hmm.
I was so hard on myself. And I feel like in that moment, I realized that while I always say your worth doesn't come from like your fitness or whatever, I think that I had tied so much of my worth as a human to that. And part of it, I think, is being like a plus size human who's into fitness is like a part of my platform.
I
And
feel like there's another level of pressure put on the plus size community when they're in the fitness community as well,
yeah,
that they have to go above and beyond. They have to be better. They
the
have to
best at
be the
everything.
best at everything because people look at it like fluff.
Totally.
And I'm not saying you and I look at it like fluff or our community, but you know, Joey, who goes to the gym 5 times a week,
100%.
judges that so
If I
much. Not,
can't
and I'm not saying
lift,
everyone does,
but
but
it's a
like
thing. Like if you
it
can't
is.
lift
There's
more,
a
if you can't
pressure.
run faster, like
Yeah.
you're never going to, I
You'll
never felt
never
like I
be
would be
good
good
enough.
enough.
Yeah, which is
Exactly.
not fair. The pressure
It's
that's
not.
put on. Yeah,
So
no.
I went through this like bit of an existential crisis, I think, over the last year, where like I like my relationship with fitness was like in a weird place. I still wanted to move because it makes me feel better from like a mental perspective, but
Hmm.
I didn't feel good doing it in the same way that I used to. Um, and so I had to like reassess my why. And I think that this is like something that I did on vacation because I didn't
Hmm.
work out at all. And I was like, hey, I actually feel fine not working out. Where as prior to Sully, I went to the gym 20 plus times for 24 months in a row. Like that's not normal.
Hmm.
That's a deranged relationship with exercise.
Hmm.
Um so like not being able to, I probably haven't worked out in the last like 3 weeks, which is the longest I think I have ever gone, with the exception of that period postpartum.
Yeah.
Um, so I had to like reassess my why. And it has been so good for me. And like I've realized that like now I want to just have fun, which is great because you know
That is
what
good.
shouldn't be punishment? Moving your body.
Exercise.
Um,
Yeah.
right? And I want to just like be that mom that like inspires my kid to do things. Like I want Sully to be like, I want to go for a run because mom runs and she like has fun doing it. And just like to keep up with her. And so my why has changed, which I think is really good for me. But all this to say, I signed up for that stupid race again and now I have to start training. But it feels good. I went for a run this morning for like the
Yeah.
third day in a row and it felt like I was like smiling at the end of it, which I don't think I've ever
That's
smiled at the end of a
good.
run.
I have never smiled while running. That's not true. Running, I hate running so much.
It's not the fastest way to get anywhere.
I hate it so much.
It is I running is so glorified.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you're good at it, maybe it's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like,
But I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
it's like the stamp of like Like everyone is like, I want to run a 5K, but like no one actually wants to run a 5K. I don't know. I feel like it's like glorified fitness.
Yeah. I don't know. My sister used to run a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
She stopped when she got bursitis in her ankles.
I don't even know what that is.
Um, you know what? Couldn't tell you. I know what it looks like. I know what she went through. I know
Oh,
that it was horrible and
yeah.
that she literally had to stop running because of it. Yeah, like it's like swollen, like she
Oh,
thought she broke her ankle kind of thing. Anyways, so I like walking. I
yeah,
like
man.
walking. I
I
like
love
hiking.
walking.
I
I
love hiking. I love going through nature. I love hills. I don't mind hills. I don't mind like that kind of terrain and stuff like that. It's the running aspect of it. And
yeah.
like your boobs are going and like, oh God, like
I
it just like, and you burn through your running shoes like
I
crazy. I'm like, you're putting hundreds of thousands of dollars investing in footwear
shoes.
to just run. Like, I
I
don't know.
know. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
why, but I have I think it's because I've always told myself also that I'm not a runner or like I don't have a runner's body. And I just want
Oh,
to like
no,
be a run.
that's
I
not a
just want
real
to like
thing.
be a runner. And it's
That's
so
great.
weird. Yeah. So this
Okay.
is my
Good
new,
for you.
it's also something really easy I can do with Sully in the mornings.
That's true.
You
Yeah. And
know?
like, yeah. Are you strollering her? Obviously not in
No,
the
just wearing her. No stroller. Yeah.
Okay.
Which
That's
is
fun
fun.
though. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so that was like my big revelation while I was gone. Also, I feel like so mentally before I left, I feel like I was like in a pretty dark dark place.
Mm.
I feel so much better.
Do you?
I don't know if it's that there's sun again and
Yeah,
that
that
like
helps. Definitely
right?
helps. But I don't know that that's necessarily all of it. Like maybe you needed a bit of a reset and this trip was your reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like spreading my mom's ashes was probably really good for us.
That's
Like
some closure,
just
right?
like the book is closed, she's gone. Like she's always been gone, but like it's like
Do you
finite
feel like
now.
you're at peace a little bit or
Sure. Yeah. I
sure?
mean, I
Okay.
had like a good cry.
Yeah.
And it was like really sad, obviously. And it was nice to do it with my
Understandably. Yeah.
family there. Yeah, like it was nice to do it with like my aunt and my cousin and my, my brother and whatever, and my dad, obviously. But I do feel like just like the chapter's closed and like we can move on
Hmm.
now. Like I feel like we've kind of just been like stagnant
Yeah.
since. Yeah. So that was nice.
That's good.
Yeah, so mentally I feel like a human again.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice. So let me tell you about our first day in the UK.
Okay.
I didn't really post about it because I didn't want to hurt my dad's feelings. He does not listen to our podcast, so it's not going to
Oh
hurt his feelings.
no, what happened?
So we fly into the UK.
Okay.
I'm a plane. So
Yes.
we fly into the UK. We then like land at Heathrow. Sully was a gem on the flight, like an absolute earth angel. Slept for 7 hours.
So
The
good.
the flight attendant was like, "I've never seen a baby this good." I'm like, "I know
Uh,
she's the best."
Gold star Sully.
You say that to every mom,
Yeah.
don't you? But anyway, so we decide to stay in Windsor, which is
Okay.
like kind of by Windsor Palace.
Yes.
Um, First we get into a rental car, and I think Bryce is gonna shit his pants. He has not driven on that side of the road in like years. And
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
when you come out
Yeah.
of Heathrow, it's like,
Oh my
ooh,
God.
traffic. Why are there so many traffic circles?
Oh
They
yeah.
don't have stoplights. It's just traffic
No.
circles. So
And it's like
ridiculous.
multi-lane traffic
Oh my
circles.
God.
Like,
And you have to look at the signs. There's like signs of all directions, and then there's like shit on the road that you have to read too. So you have to be able to like read six things at the same time and watch your navigation. Impossible.
nope.
So,
Nope.
and Bryce doesn't think I'm a very good navigator. So the first trip out of Heathrow, he was like, I'm gonna do this myself. Finally, he learned that I can actually navigate if I want to and if I want to pay attention. And like we ended up helping each other out and it was great.
Good.
But anyway, so we drive to Windsor. Bryce is in a terrible mood simply because of how bad the drive is. It's like rainy and shitty. We're exhausted.
You
Like
just did a crazy flight
it's
too. Like
it's like it
what?
was a red eye. Like it's like
Yeah.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Neither of us have
No.
slept. Like, nah, neither of us are in a good mood. So we pull up. So I bless my father. He's like, I want to book a hotel with some character. And like, thank you, Daddy Warbucks, for paying for my hotel. I felt like I can't complain. But so we roll into this like inn, this pub inn. So there's a pub on the ground floor and it's an inn upstairs.
Okay.
So the day before, no, the day that we leave, my dad calls me and he's like, "Hey, I just talked to the hotel. They don't have a bassinet or anywhere for Sally to sleep. So like you need to like bring something." And I was like, "Oh fuck, like we don't want to bring a pack and play because we have one in like our Airbnb, so
Yeah,
we don't really
yeah.
need it." So I was like, "Okay, what do I get that's like easy for her to sleep on?" Whatever we bought did not work out, so we ended up co-sleeping. Anyways, so we pull up to this hotel, really low expectations, but not as low as they were. So we like walk up this like weird carpeted stairs in this building that was probably built in like the year one. Like it is so old. Like it's not, it smells bad. It
Oh
smells like
no.
cigarettes. Like it's just
Oh.
not good. We walk into our room and Bryce is like, "I can't stay here." And I was like, "What?" It's disgusting. So you like walk in, there's like a bed, and like if there has ever been bed bugs on a bed, it would be that bed. Like it was just like not, it was not chill. Then you like go into the bathroom and there's just like the gnarliest shower with black mold. And like the bathroom smells like black mold.
Oh no.
And then you walk into like this other like really weird area that's like a living room that has a couch that is like being rented by the hour. And the
Oh
carpet
my
just has like
God.
stains everywhere. I'm fairly certain there was mouse poop on the carpet.
I would be crying. I would just
Like,
be crying.
and
Like
I am like,
uncontrollably
I'm
crying.
like, I don't want to hurt my dad's feelings. Like, we're just gonna have to suck it up and like stay in this room because like we can't, there's nothing else available.
Oh
There's no other
God.
like
Probably late at this point too,
it's
right?
well, it's like no, it's like 11 a.m. Um, no,
Oh.
it's like 1 p.m. because it's UK time.
Yes.
But so like the grossest hotel room. Bryce is in a fucking terrible mood now because Bryce is a germaphobe. I kind of am like, like there's if there's not actually bed bugs, we'll be
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Just sleep fully clothed, like it'll be fine. Don't open your suitcase, like
Oh my
whatever.
God.
Sully cannot go anywhere in the room. Like she can't go on the floor. Like there's not a
Oh
chance. It's so gross.
no.
So we decide to stay in this fucking hotel. Because I don't want to hurt his feelings. And it was the most disgusting experience of my entire life. Like I refused to shower. I think I peed once, but I like hovered.
Yeah.
And then we had to co-sleep. And nowhere in the UK, I don't know why, seems to have anything bigger than a double bed.
Oh my God.
Like Bryce and I are not small people at all. And
That's
we have a king size bed at home. So I'm going
yeah.
for like a king to a double with our baby who
Oh
we've
my
never
God.
slept with. Like I have never co-slept in my life. It was like the most ridiculous experience. So then I'm so nervous about sleeping with her. So I essentially just like put her on my boobie the whole time. And like I'm like,
Yeah.
we can't sleep with blankets. She's in a sleep sack. So like we can't sleep with blankets because
So you're just cold, awake, and grossed out and like,
so I didn't sleep for like, I don't think I slept for 48 hours. We woke up at
oh.
three. We went to bed at 5 p.m. that day because we were both so tired and just like, I
Yeah.
just need to get out of here. And if we're awake in this room, we're both just gonna fight.
Oh my
Um,
God.
so we woke up at 3 a.m. the next day and just were like, fuck it, let's go. Packed up our shit
I'd be like,
and got
let's
on the road.
leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least there won't be traffic.
No, there was no traffic. It was a lovely drive. Sully slept the whole drive, which is like 5 hours. She woke up like 2 minutes before we got into Aberystwyth, which was great. But dear God, I thought that I was gonna die. Like I thought I was gonna get murdered in that room.
That would have been horrible. No, that, oh no. What a
Yeah.
horrible way to start your trip.
It was, and we're like, well, all the badness is gone. Oh my gosh, I also saw Real
What?
Housewives of OC.
Yes, I know you mentioned I didn't know who they were, but you were really excited about it. So that
I
makes me
like
excited for you.
roll out of the airport and I like see a lady. I'm like, why does she look so familiar? Like she looks so familiar. And then I was like, holy fuck, that's Heather Dubrow.
Yes.
Not wearing any makeup. Like it just didn't like look like she looks on
Yeah,
TV,
of
which is
course.
totally fine.
Yeah.
And then turns around, Tamra turns around. They were like kind of cold, which sort of hurt my feelings because
Oh,
that's my
yeah.
favorite franchise of like all
Oh.
the franchises. Um,
What did they say to, what did you say to them?
I just said, holy fuck, hi. And they said, hi. And I said, I really like your show. And they said, thanks. And I was like, they're just
Oh,
tired. They're just jet lagged. But then I
they're,
like
yeah.
walked a couple steps. I don't know why I had to show you what
Yes.
walking looked like.
Yep.
And Gina was standing there who was just a delight. She like
Okay, who's Gina?
So Gina's like the blonde short-haired one from Real Housewives of OC. It's okay.
Okay.
And I was wearing Sully and I was like, she's my leopard print baby carrier. And
Yep.
Gina's like, oh my gosh, hi. And then was like talking to Sully, told her how cute she is. She's
Aw.
like, I love your carrier. I looked like hot fucking garbage at this point
Yeah.
also. So she's like, do you want a picture? And I was like, sure. And
You got a picture?
oh, I did my like, and I did my really excited smile, which is like fine, but my really excited smile is like, like
You
it's
have
like
to send me the
I
picture,
will.
please
You
do.
can see all of my teeth and I'm exhausted and it's like the worst picture of all time. But she was very sweet. So she will continue
Aw.
to be my favorite cast member.
Oh, that's good.
So those are my stories of the UK. I kind of
That's
forgot that I had
awesome.
any. Yeah.
Aw, that's good though.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It
That's
was
good.
great. Good memories. We decided that we're going to become a travel family. Figure if we only
Yay.
have one kid, we can travel
Yeah,
easier.
it's a
Uh,
lot cheaper
a lot
too.
cheaper and a lot easier. So we're looking at booking flights to we're going to fly into Frankfurt next year and then do Austria and Switzerland.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that'll be amazing.
that's the plan.
Cool.
It's what we have to look forward to.
Yay.
That's all I
Oh,
got.
I want to travel.
You should.
Yeah, we've been chatting for like an hour almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably enough. People are probably sick of
That's
us already.
well, no, I hope not.
To be really awkward. You don't need to listen if you're sick of us. Please listen.
Yeah.
Please
Please,
don't
please.
stop.
Just a reminder too that our next week's episode is actually going to be our first ever episode where we have a guest, which is super exciting. We're
Very
having
fun.
a psychic medium on, Sophie. She is very nice, very chill. She's Canadian too.
We love a Canadian.
And we're gonna see how that goes because we've never had a guest. So this will be a very like experimental episode to see how it goes with the three of us.
It's gonna be so hard for us to not talk over each other. Like we both talk so much.
We do. We're chatty. But we'll iron it out. We'll make sure it works. We
It'll be
won't
perfect.
it'll be good. So I hope you listen. I hope you love it and enjoy it. And if it works, if we don't completely mess it up, we can have more guests on in the future.
Can't wait. Tell us who you want to talk to.
Oh yeah, please. That would be fun. I feel like a lot of people gave us some like ideas in the beginning
And
when we
like
first
very
launched it.
aspirational ones. Like I think someone said like Kim Kardashian.
What? I don't think that would be a good fit.
No. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. We
Yes.
Rate, review, subscribe, do all the things, ring the
Please.
bell. If it's not a 5, we don't want it.
Yes.
And that's it.
Thanks for being here.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.